Good morning, fellas. I'll tell you what, guys, nothing irritates me more than hopium or copium, as they call it, right? So this guy is going to say some things, and then I'm going to demonstrate he's retarded, and we're going to get serious about World War III if you're not serious already. All right, here we go.
About a self-correcting problem.
So simple. They only want to die one of two.
He has his friend.
So simple.
Here we go.
I think the interesting thing that
He's talking about childless women.
we're going to see, we're talking about a self-correcting problem, and this is what I'm really hoping for. There's we'll call it an epidemic of women in their 40s who are childless, and they're showing up on social media and they're just crying. They're sobbing genuinely. There's a big crying on social media thing happening generally, but they're sobbing because they recognize that in many ways they missed their shot. Right? And they feel that it's difficult to find a man, it's difficult to settle down. I wish I made a different set of choices I didn't know, etc. And what I've been hoping is that message would propagate backwards in the generations to women in their 30s and in their 20s who see the pile up ahead, and they're like, I don't want that for my life, and I'm going to choose a different route of fulfillment. I'm really hoping that happens, because I would like as many young girls as possible to avoid that fate and to be able to find fulfillment in the home with a man who finds the same fulfillment in her and in the family. That's what I'm really hoping for, and I hope that social media will surface the devastation of the sexual revolution. Maybe we can make a different choice collectively. I think the interesting thing.
Yeah, well, the problem that he has there is he's not doing like basic fucking math, right? So if there is, wide as the road, narrows the gap, guys. All right. There's a 10-year gap there, right? I got together with someone who went through all of society and I was fit and ready to go. And she wasn't. And it wasn't even her fault, really. It was really her fucking boomer father's fault, right? Who's still trying to squeeze out, pimping out his own fucking daughter a little bit more for, for a little more treats for himself, right? Because, hey, there'll be more kids around the corner. Okay. If you reduce every woman on earth to a digital harem fucking prostitute, or not even everyone, say 50%, right? Even though it's way higher than that. Um, there are no kids, there are no women to learn the lesson of the thing you say, right? And there's going to still be a massive swath of male populace that wants children, and no one from them have fucking children with. All right, and this is happening fucking globally, and we are missing the fucking window, right? I'm just trying to have a normal conversation with a chick in yoga right now, and I say in yoga, but really she does yoga like fucking what do I put this? It is her whole life breathing exercises and stretching seductively, right, and that is by design, because then she works in the farm that's owned by someone who knows the fucking yoga, and it's just a sick little incestuous fucking circle of corruption, bro, to get everyone else working and keeping this fucking system going when there is no hope of the system going if they do not desert their fucking ways, the ways of the sexual revolution, which, let's face it, was nothing more than a fucking psyop by a foreign nation, right? And like it's just, guys, this is basic shit, right? Like if you already have kids, you've got to, like if you have a son right now, the society he's going into, regardless of his level of wealth, is like, man, you might as well just shoot that little motherfucker. I'm not fucking with you people. You need to start taking this seriously, right? If you have a daughter, you better get strapped immediately. She should be at the range tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you people have no fucking clue what we're going in for because you're still thinking along westernized modalities. Because many of you have not fucking traveled to countries where this system of sexual segregation and pimps and hoes or princes and harems uh, has been taken to its natural extreme. You haven't been to places like Chennai, fucking India. You haven't been places like Afghanistan. All right, the entire culture of Bachi Bazi that now exists in Afghanistan, in that area, that is a culture of child predation, mind you, only came about because of the ultimate outcome of the practices of things like the sexual revolution. Okay, right, and so what this dude like. I appreciate, but it's like he's like blind to the fucking facts of like, yo, bro, if none of these bitches have kids, there's no one for these bitches to learn to, and so no one's getting families. So we need a massive die off now, massive, because of this little 10-year gap, right? This little 10-year gap. You know what I mean? Just a little gap of like, the infertility of an entire swath of the fucking human population all going extinct at once, pop, because they've all been whored out digitally, and because they've been digital whores their whole fucking lives. It doesn't matter where they are, they're all end of fucking what do you call that? end of eggs all over the world all at once. We're talking 40-50% of the fucking female population on Earth, dummies. Right? Well, all the men who still want families are not going to go extinct with that. And they're going to be hormonally driven based on what they're smelling around them by all these dumb bitches who didn't have fucking kids to go to war. And let's face it, the fucking industrial elite have spent years, and the people who are the proponents of the sexual revolution have spent generations making it so a significant amount of the population of Earth are just dumb fucking monkeys that look like people, right? In a multitude of different colors, because they're used. It's not about race. It's about early cultural indoctrination through the sexual predation of minors, like Bachi Bazi. That's what's fucking happening, people. That's why none of you get your shit together, right? Because probably a lot of you are victimized. Oh, how many of you are circumcised in a fucking hospital without anesthetic? Well, that affects your development. Go on AI right now, right? If you're a circumcised male, go on AI right fucking now and just ask it like, yo, what are the psychological fucking long-term effects of being circumcised? Hey, and don't blame me. I'm not bragging because my dad was smart enough to escape to the fucking woods. I'm just saying, like, by letting you know this exists, maybe you'll think, instead of going to a psychologist who's just there to keep tricking you, to go do your own fucking research with this technology that all us geniuses who want to get out of this slave system have created for you, to realize how you got fucked and start get serious about World War III, right? Because, like, yeah, bro, it's the internet, it's social media, right? What, like, the bitches aren't gonna learn. They darn not learning. I'm talking to one right now, and she's not learning. She's fucking retarded. This is a 27-year-old fucking female, right? Which is the back end of fertility, which is me being fucking polite because I'm 40 and I still want to have kids. I've always want to have kids. I designed my whole life about creating a family, right? But like having a family, like I don't want one kid with some chick who thinks she's settling because she's been living in a fucking fake ass circle of fucking prostitution her whole fucking life, getting ferried around by a bunch of fucking pimps who are living off a slave system, right? That is not a viable family option for someone who wants to have a family, because you need more than one fucking child to have a family, right? Because that's how everybody learns as a group to cooperate together in a family unit and, like, you know, restore balance to the fucking world and heal the whole fucking planet, right? But if sorry, not every, if even half the bitches, which is what all the statistics are saying right now, you can look it up, Morgan Stanley, if even half the bitches on Earth all go lights out with no kids at the same time, we have a huge, massive fucking problem, all a Mao's Great Leap Forward, right? And it is not a great leap forward. It is just the reality. Whoever's left is going to be left, right? So I'm just telling everybody out there, like, these are the conversations we need to be having. I'm heading down the Caribbean. I hear there's fish down there. Like, how dependent are you on food supply chains, guys? Like, yeah, the failures of the sexual revolution, that is a fucking joke. It was a weapon system from the beginning, and everybody fucking knew it. And there were a few greedy insiders who pimped out their own children and sold the future of their own fucking children because they're just greedy asshole fucks, bro. And they're the ones running our country right now. And they're the ones that are not listening to reason. And unfortunately, they made a lot of retard kids who are filled with hopium who are still giving everyone bad advice because they can't do basic fucking math because they come from these fucking circles, right? And just like, yeah, guys, come on now. Come on now. Bang, 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 bang.